The hottest pop culture stories of the day, like Nick Reiner's lawyer has worked on a lot of big cases. Plus, Howard Stern signs a 3-year contract, so I guess it was just a big old dance around. This is Hot to Go. I'm Brittany.
I'm Kendall.
And I'm Mike.
Nick Reiner, the son of Rob Reiner and his wife, Michelle Singer Reiner, that, of course, were just tragically murdered. He's their son that is accused of murdering them. He's currently in jail, and we just found out his lawyer, pretty famous. The guy has defended Harvey Weinstein, Kevin Spacey, and Karen Reed, which, if you forgot, you're like, wait, I know those first two names, of course, bigwig producer in Hollywood, Kevin Spacey, the actor. And after that, you're like, wait, who in the world is Karen Reed? Karen Reed is that woman that was accused of killing her cop boyfriend in the Boston area.
Yeah, there's the Boston area where it was almost crazy because it got picked up by social media. Yes. TikTok was like infamous for reporting on it, where the cover up was huge, where they were blaming her, and the reality of it is there was like nothing tying her to it.
No, and so and I mean this attorney is someone. His name is Alan Jackson. The reason he even got involved, to Brittany's point, in the Karen Reed trial is because it became a very famous national story, and he picked it up. No news on like who's paying for this. No news on what's going, like what the actual charges are that at least I can see.
Yeah.
With Nick Reiner, or have you seen
we
an
actually
update?
do now. This happens within the last 30 minutes to an hour we've got, but the DA has now spoken, and he was quick to drop the word drop the phrase death penalty when he was talking about this. But Nick Reiner is being charged with 2 counts of murder in the deaths of his parents at their home in Brentwood. The charges carry a maximum sentence of life without parole or the death penalty, said Nathan Hochman, the Los Angeles district attorney. And the charges were made formally just hours ago here, and include the fact that it also included the fact that a knife was used to commit the murders.
And the things we're hearing, I mean, we're not going to get graphic because that's just not what we do. And that's not in the space that we are. You can Google it yourself.
Yeah, you can search it yourself.
But you think about the daughter who found them and how, I don't know how you could move past that. Like, I don't know if there's enough therapy in the world that could help you recover from that kind of trauma.
It's so dark. And there's a lot of talk around, well, we need to wait for all the details. The thing is, in a case like this, they're not searching for anybody. There's no, hey, we're keeping on an eye out for this. There is, I don't know in what scenario I've ever heard a case like this so, okay, there is no, hey, keep out an eye out for this kind of a suspect or whatever. They already have this shut up tightly.
Yeah, it's locked up.
And everybody's reporting that it's Nick Reiner, their son, who did this. It's so dark. It's so messed up. And I don't know. It's funny because we always have that thought of more answers will come out. We might never get any real answers except this man was unwell and killed his parents.
Yeah. I mean, we heard yesterday that there had been a very public fight, within days of the murder. We even found out, as of last night, Michelle Obama was talking to Jimmy Kimmel. I guess the Obamas were supposed to have dinner with them that night.
Sunday night?
That night. She said, we've known them, the Reiners, for many, many years. And we were supposed to be seeing them that night. We got the news. And she said last night we got the news. And I don't know, I'm assuming, because this was recorded on Monday night, that she's talking to Jimmy that, she was supposed to see them. They were all going to hang out. And then this happened. It's just wild.
Yeah. Okay, on a way lighter note, Howard Stern. We've been talking about him for the past 6 months.
Yeah.
He's been talking to Sirius XM, which he's been just finishing up his contract with them. I believe it was a 5-year contract. Yes, a 5-year deal. It just ended, and there was a lot of conversation around him not signing another deal with SiriusXM because SiriusXM this space is not as big as it once been. Could he still get the money that he wants? And little we know, this whole conversation was just a negotiation tactic because, yes, he very much so is still signing with SiriusXM. A 3-year contract extension is just got penned, and he said, I do still love doing radio. What we know about his last contract was pretty sweet deal. In 2020, he inked an additional 5-year deal with SiriusXM for what they're reporting, somewhere between $450 and $500 million. So to clarify, $500 million for 5 years.
It's insane. Like and when we were originally discussing this, it kind of sounded like SiriusXM was going, we just bought the Call Her Daddy podcast for over 100. I think her deal was like 125 million. It was a huge number too.
Yes.
And like, do they have the money? Because to your point, there are so many streaming available options now.
Yeah.
That like, could they pay Howard what he wanted? It sounds like, Mike, you were saying he got more vacation.
He did work it in there that he says, I think his exact quote was, I got the best of both worlds. I'm happy to figure out a way. That's what it is. I'm happy to announce that we figured out a way to have it all, more free time and continuing to be on the radio. So definitely built into that contract as well is going to be more time for him to, I guess, step away and enjoy some of that unbelievably large amounts of money that he has.
You think about it and you're like, okay, so what if they didn't offer him $100 million per year? Like approximately $100 million per year, which is what the last contract looked like.
Yeah.
So they're like, would you take $90 million and a month off every summer? Like, at what point is this money fake money? It's not even real. It's just ridiculous.
Again, and he's how old? 71?
71, yep.
He's not going to spend this money. Like, this is too much money.
It's just insane. Anytime you're talking about numbers that big, it becomes kind of ridiculous. It's like a moot point, almost. You're like, what?
Again, like his motivation is probably the love he has for making this, because he really I cannot stress enough, he does not have to do this job.
No.
This is him wanting to do this job and with a company that will support him in making the exact kind of radio he wants. So maybe in that deal, he was like, I want there to be a studio here and here. I want you to be dealing with the guests. I want to get this top tier guest. Like, there's so many things that somebody on his level can think of, like creative ways to put in his contract to get what he wants. And at the end of the day, Howard Stern obviously wants to keep making radio.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Good on you, Howard.
Yeah.
Way to fool us all.
Way to fool us all. We were like, I guess he's done. He could sign on to another thing. Maybe he'll make like an HBO movie.
Maybe just focus on YouTube.
Maybe he'll paint.
I don't know. Hailey Bieber got a haircut. They're getting a divorce.
You're just traumatized by me.
What do?
We get bangs.
We get bangs. We get a haircut.
Hair.
You know what you do? You get bangs when you're going through a breakup. You cut your hair after you get married. And if you're already married, you get one or the other. Something's going on. Hailey Bieber just posted a photo in her hairstylist salon. She got a lob. It's super cute. It's like the bob that goes down to your shoulders.
So good.
It looks like the haircut that Mary-Kate and Ashley Olsen had in the 90s and early 2000s, where we had butterfly clips that we all wanted. Mm-hmm. I just need her to do a zigzag part, and like, we are full core 90s baby. They're getting a divorce. I don't know what more information you need than this. They're already a case study in, like, she's got her stuff together. She has her billion-dollar empire in Road Beauty.
Fun fact, so does he.
Because they're married. Mm-hmm. So she's got that. She's clearly doing all the mothering alone, because all we see from Justin is him smoking bongs with people and, like, taking trips to Iceland to record his music. He
did post a picture of letting his, I think, 4-month-old baby watch a large screen TV.
So
within,
great
like,
parenting.
a foot of the TV. It's fine.
Great parenting. He's a hot mess everywhere he goes. I'm like, Hailey, just do it. And like, I don't know if this is her just going, hey guys, just to let you know, I'm thinking about it. Ladies, I see you. Wink, wink. I'm getting a lob. Just what you wanted.
I'm getting a lob.
Getting a lob.
No, I mean, like, I'm getting a lob. It looks so good.
Oh, you're not getting a divorce.
No, I don't think you can get divorced twice.
Technically, you can.
No, I mean, like, why you're not married. Like, I can't be like, Justin, for dramatic effect, can we, like, do the mediation again? No, I don't think.
I want to get a lob, and I want people to ask about it.
I want people to be concerned for me. I want them to say, eat something, and why'd you cut your hair? Can we get another divorce, Justin? Me and Haley, we should both have lobs in 2026. I feel strongly about that. I'm going to get a lob. I want to be able to put it in a pony. It's so cute. It's so chic. She looks amazing. Also, let's acknowledge, can we take a second? iPhone having an insanely ugly color phone, they did well at that marketing.
Yeah, because Hailey Bieber has it, so of course it's okay.
No, I just mean like across the board. You're like, oh, you can tell that person has a new iPhone because it's a bright orange phone. Like I was so annoyed when I had either the options of gray, blue, or orange. And I'm like, oh, now I see what they did. They really did that.
Mike, what do you think?
Speaking of noticing, how long do you think it's going to take Justin Bieber to notice that his wife has a haircut?
No, so never.
Never.
I'm so glad you asked that. I'm so glad you asked
There's
that.
no chance.
There's no chance. Hey, Haley, can I go skating later? Hey, did you notice anything, Justin? Yeah, whatever. Yeah, no, cool.
She's also hiding the hand that would have her wedding ring in this photo.
Oh, yeah. It's divorce. They're going for divorce. It's divorce. It's over.
They're getting a divorce.
It's all over.
Haley has figured out, she called her bestie Kylie. She said, Kylie, I need to talk to your mom. I know I'm not actually here to call you. I'm here to talk to Kris Jenner because she has gotten your sisters out of some crazy breakups, some crazy divorces.
Do you remember, though, in 2023, she had a cute little French bob.
So she's getting a divorce.
I'm just saying that she's gone shorter.
Yeah, and then she had a baby. She was like, how can I save the marriage of a baby?
Like, I think she's played around with this length a couple times.
But it'd be different if this was the only thing we're going off of. I mean, we've talked about these two for months. In fact, that she's like, yeah, it's just, marriage, it's one step at a time.
And I think,
everything's going great.
The real, nail in the divorce coffin for me is when she was celebrating something, we went, that's not a celebration.
No.
She's like, see, guys, this is why my husband treats me like dirt. He has a new album. And we're like, that's not a thing.
See, he showed up to my birthday, even though he didn't wish me happy birthday and wasn't in the original post at all because he probably only showed up for 30 seconds.
And then remember his post? My stupid wife made this. Yeah, she made road, but she's still dumb. And we're like, what?
Yeah, I never believed in you. So sorry for that.
Hey, sorry for talking crap when you wanted to make makeup.
So she called Kris Jenner and she said, Auntie Kris, help. Get me out of this Bieber thing. So Auntie Kris said, all right, great. We're going to get Kim to talk about Justin in this random interview about the thing that she the one thing in her career that could have canceled her. Remember that story? How it was Kim, when she was in her 20s, took pictures that looked kind of romantic with Justin when he was in his teens. We're going to get them to come up with this random story so people remember that we're all good friends. We're all good friends. We're still really good friends with the Biebers.
Actually, do you know what that story made me do?
What?
Feel bad for Justin. Because he's been sexualized at such a young age. I will say that. So I definitely don't think that was Kris Jenner's hand in that because they would have thought that through. Because I literally had that moment of, yeah, that's why he's pretty messed up.
Auntie Kris does nothing without intention, though. I don't know. I think she's getting Haley out of the marriage.
I think they're trying to save his image because she is absolutely giving Stockholm Syndrome for life.
Stockhorn or home.
No.
Either one.
No. She chose that man. She sought him out.
She chose
This is the opposite of Stockhorn. This is a woman who literally went, I got my eyes on you, and I don't care how bad you treat me. I am Hailey Bieber.
And you shall be mine.
She wrote it in stone. She wrote it in her notebook. Okay, we've got Angelina Jolie talking about her mastectomy scars. I'm sorry. So she did this about 10 years ago. And she talked about this in Time France. She said, I share these scars with many women I love and am always moved when I see other women share theirs. I wanted to join them knowing that Time France would share information on breast health, prevention, and knowledge about breast cancer. I kind of forgot that this happened. But yeah, a decade ago, she underwent a double mastectomy. And she talks about how she's ready to show her scars from the procedure for the first time.
And her scars are pretty. They're the way that she's showing them too is like you go, well, what scars? It's very minor where you can actually see them on her. Like, because the way she's just holding her breast too. I think it's really cool that she's like, listen, because she's been open like since day one that, hey, I was tested for this gene. I have it. You should get tested too to help prevent like what happened to her mom. Mm-hmm. So, I mean, good on Angelina Jolie.
Totally.
I like it. And she clearly feels a lot safer doing it with that publication than somewhere else for whatever reason.
Yeah, it's so powerful when women talk about things like this and normalize things you do for your health. And,
right.
You know, especially somebody like Angelina Jolie, who's kind of the epitome of sex appeal. And we associate, even though there's no real reason, but we associate boobs with our sexiness. And that is very powerful when somebody on that level goes like, this is something I had to do as a choice I made. And here are the scars. And it's pretty beautiful.
It is.
It's hot to blow.
At this point, we go to our producer, Mike Ganger, the blind item expert. What secret on the internet might be the next to blow?
Well, let me lay out a scenario for you, and then I'll give you the name involved.
Okay.
Dude took to Reddit recently. His Reddit post said, literally never post anything on Reddit, but I just wanted to share a crazy experience that I had. My daughters and I stopped at the AM/PM. That is a convenience store in like California.
Okay.
And they were in Vista, California. He said a man approached my car and I had my kids in there. So I had them stay in there for a while. The man walked up to me and told me he needed me to drive him to the Escondido Monastery. Escondido, California Monastery.
Okay. To which I would say no, but okay.
He did. He was like, that's a weird request. And he pushed him off for a second, and just not physically, but he's just like, no, I that's fine, but I can't. Why don't you just call an Uber? The guy persisted, said, no, you need to get me to Escondido right now. I have to go. And he was like, okay, I've got my kids here. I'm not doing this again. Call an Uber. He at that point got his kids, walked into the convenience store with his girls in front of him. The man followed him in, kind of hung out in the corner for a while, but then walked back up to him and said, you are not their father. You are not their father. And you need to take me to Escondido right now.
What the hell is this horror story?
This is terrifying.
Eventually, the cops were called. The man just kind of left. He left. Everything was fine. This guy takes to social media and he says, hey, I just realized that I've seen this guy before. And I also saw this guy on this social media post where he made a surprise appearance at the Barnes & Noble, again, in Escondido, California, the next day. The man was David Harbour.
What?
From Stranger Things fame. Now, again, this is a Reddit post, so you got to take it with a grain of salt. Now, I did do a little more research, more digging, again, hot to blow. We're talking about stories that might be blowing up. David Harbour had this very awkward interaction, it sounded like, with this guy. He went on this full-on rant. I really shortened it. It was multiple paragraphs. In the comments, though, there was a post saying that Stranger Things actor David Harbour makes a surprise and unexpected appearance at a Barnes & Noble's in Escondido. So you can see the post. Mm-hmm. And then in the post, somebody else commented and said, oh, yeah, I saw him 2 nights ago at this bar. He was so drunk and got into a fight with a guy after stealing his hat.
What?
This dude is having a full-on just meltdown.
Menti B for sure.
I'm going with these stories, or talking about these stories, because our blind item sources, one of our blind item sources, referenced the fact that he was basically crashing out. And if he's not careful, he is going to lose a huge number of opportunities, and including the gig he has with Disney as part of the Thunderbolts going to be in the Marvel Universe for the next couple of Avengers movies. That blind item came up. I started doing digging, and that's when I found all of these stories from these different accounts of people saying they had weird interactions with David Harbour just this weekend.
And like, did this turn into any kind of a legal case that we've been able to hear? It
didn't. Again, he just kind of like left. I mean, he eventually left. The cops were called, but never arrived before he just left the scene.
And like, it could be, that was a weird interaction, but is it technically something illegal to?
Yeah, it was never got physical. It never got, he said, I thought I was going to have to punch this guy. And he's like, I was much smaller than him. He's like 6'3", and that's the size of David Harbour. Mm-hmm. So I don't know. Again, it was a very weird interaction. It was something you just found on Reddit. But then when you see the comments having another post and somebody else saying that he was having a moment the night before, and then you also have this blind item saying, hey, by the way, this guy's been crashing out this weekend and struggling. Keep in mind, his entire life, his dirty laundry has been aired out.
By Lily Allen, his ex-wife.
And then his mistress is now speaking out yesterday as well, or 2 days ago as well. It's just, you would understand, I guess, how somebody might be going through it.
You'd have to be somebody who obviously already struggles. And that would be like where you'd fall back on. Like, you know what I mean? Like,
right. This isn't out of the blue behavior.
No, like this is something that you go, okay, like this wouldn't come out of me. And then all of a sudden I'm running around screaming for a ride to a monastery.
These aren't your kids.
I
don't know what that's about.
What the hell? That is so freaky. Like that is, and I keep thinking about what circulated for quite some time. People were saying Millie Bobby Brown, Bon Jovi, had asked for someone to always be on set with her the final seasons of shooting Stranger Things because of the harassment she'd been facing from David Harbour. It was the rumor. It was not sexual harassment. It was just like the bullying type of harassment. And she cleared it up and was like, no, I mean, if we have a different kind of relationship. But the way she even phrased it was like,
I like everybody.
Yeah, like, I like everybody. Of course our relationship is a little more intense sometimes. What? Girl, like, no, let's just call a spade a spade. Like, this is true.
You don't like being around this guy.
You're uncomfortable around him.
And, like, again, a part of me was like, yeah, that makes sense. Like, he's not exactly the type that looks like he has niceties around kids. He seems more like gruff, you know what I mean? Mm-hmm. And you're doing these long hours with a bunch of kids. Like, I can see not myself, but other people struggling with that. I do wonder if those kids in the car now are questioning if their dad is their dad. Like, will they have that thought?
Right. Or is someone going to run up to us?
Yeah, like, be honest, Dad. Are you my real dad? Because that guy at that beach that one time, was that a thing?
I would never walk into the store. I would just run him over.
Yeah, no, I would not interact.
I mean,
we're also women. Like, women would never open the window of the, like, would be no interaction.
So, such a wild story. We'll obviously see if anything else, again, follows up from it or if there's any more details. But this is just one of those situations where there's a lot of smoke. Sometimes there's a fire a brewing. So, we'll see.
I would bet my mortgage that there will be more.
Mm-hmm. It's Hot Mess.
Well, hot mess of the day. It's Hilaria Baldwin. Not at all related biologically to one of the person we just talked about, being Hailey Bieber. But she is married to Alec Baldwin, Hailey's uncle. You might know her from Dancing with the Stars. You might know her as, like, How You Say Cucumber. You might know her as a yogi. What was the show that they tried to have at the family? Like,
The Baldwins.
The Baldwins. Okay. She and her 7 kids.
Yep.
Okay. So she's doing yet another round of interviews. At this point, I'm like, who the hell is interviewing this woman? Guru's Magazine. Okay, that works. Whatever. She's a yoga instructor. She talked about how she wants her family of 7 kids to be the next Kardashians. How much she admires Kris and how she raised her children while, like, also making a bajunk of money off of them. And she's like, as I find my own spotlight and build something uniquely mine, I want my kids to see that reinvention is allowed at any age. I want my kids to be a part of it. Lady, you have realized that you are never going to be famous on your own, no matter how hard you try. The people just aren't buying it, okay? Mm-mm. Like, we saw that on Dancing with the Stars when you got top scores consistently, but then got booted off pretty quickly because you had no audience votes.
Correct.
You want to use your kiddos and leverage them so that you can be famous, because it's not working on your own. And it didn't work to marry Alec Baldwin.
No.
Like, this is messy. This is ugly. It's just kind of gross.
It's really funny because, like, I usually don't attack Kris Jenner. But I will say this. I don't think I've ever gone to a place of, I hope that I'm a mom like Kris Jenner.
I really want my kids to be famous.
Like, I really hope that Go-Go someday has a tape that will embarrass her, but also make the family a lot of money.
A lot of money.
To that I go, never have I ever thought of, how do I market this?
Yeah, I just, the Hilaria Baldwin, like, the only time she quieted down at all of trying to ram herself down our throats was when Alec Baldwin was going through, I don't know, the murder charges, not like the Rust film set issue.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah, but it was a very short-lived experience because, like, literally Hilaria then immediately, it wasn't that long ago. We're still dealing with the ramifications, and she was on Dancing with the Stars. Like, Dancing with the Stars really will just take anybody. That is somewhat in the headlines. That is somewhat in the headlines or, like, in the where you go, oh, yeah, the name is very recognizable because of the scandal that is happening. Hilaria, I think that wishing a lot of things for your kids, like health, happiness, is all great. But when you go to a place of, like, how do I market like Kris Jenner? I worry for you.
How do I make my children the next budding stars of reality television? Because it didn't work so far.
Yeah.
And again, it's not just that she wants the kids to have the success. She wants to be known as the Kris Jenner in all of that because we've been hearing so many times about when the Baldwins was in a position where it was like, okay, this show's probably going to get canceled. Nobody liked it. No, 20% or whatever. Rotten Tomatoes was just awful. Nobody watched it. And then she instantly was like, well, I got this idea though. And I got this idea and we can do this and we can do that. It's ridiculous.
Someone needs to pay her publicist so much more money because the fact that this woman continuously gets opportunities and is even out there blows my mind.
Yeah. Or they should be fined for all of us.
Probably both.
We have to deal with it constantly.
Ugh.
All right. Well, I hope you loved Hot to Go. 30 minutes of your absolute needed celebrity gossip.